Hey, my friend, are you a small business owner that loves God, family, country, and capitalism? If so, you're in the right place. Welcome to the War Plan Briefing. My name is Josh, and today I got some exciting news. We're going to talk about some amazing programs, government programs, stimulus programs that I guarantee you haven't heard of, at least spun this way. So stay tuned so you can make dozens of dollars. No, just kidding. Hopefully thousands and tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions, maybe hundreds of millions and billions. And if you're a good person, I want that for you. Why? Because we need good people to win. We can't just have these crazy people with all the resources controlling all the industries. We got to get up and kick butt and go win. But here's the thing. The greatest stimulus program ever in the history of mankind is capitalism. Oh, I know you're clicking off saying, you betrayed me. I thought you were going to tell me a .gov website to go apply to get my free $1,000 from the government. Here's the deal. Did you know that 1,700 people per day become millionaires in the United States? And I'm sure that that number's even higher because that's a 4-year-old statistic. Why is that the case? Why do people from all four corners of the world try to get here to pursue life and liberty and the pursuit of happiness and all these things? The Declaration of Independence was a profound document, and that's where that phrase comes from, the pursuit of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, right? You don't have happiness as a guarantee, but you can live, move, have your being, and go try to get happiness in this country. We have an economic system of which the world has never seen, and that's why we are the richest, most prosperous nation in the history of mankind. There was never a better time to live than right now in this country. You are in the right place at the right time. There's more leverage now through things like the internet. There's more education now through things like the internet than ever before. There's less excuses now than ever before on being successful. My proposition to you, my friend, is how can you become your own stimulus? My question to you is how can we stimulate your bank account yourself? Because guess what? Daddy government isn't coming to save the day. And even if you think they are, even if they do in a small way, they're not helping you in the long run. Stimulus, social programs, these things can be helpful for society at large because the reality is that a large segment of the population doesn't know how to make money. They don't have the skill sets. They weren't equipped, right? They can become a burden on society. And yes, I want to have some welfare programs and things like that. I think it's okay that some of that stuff exists. But when I see small business owners scouring the web, trying to figure out some loophole to get a little extra $1,000 to get their stimmy, when I see young influencers on Instagram joking about their stimmy, hey, did your stimmy hit yet? It breaks my heart because they don't understand that held in their hand is a skeleton key to anything they could ever want. That they have permission to go create things, produce things, sell things, and profit from things. Did you know that profit's not bad? Did you know that profit is intrinsically good? Did you know that rich people are not bad? Did you know that if someone's good or if someone's bad has no correlation to if they have money or if they don't? I know a lot of selfish, greedy, self-centered, awful humans that are poor. And I know the same can be true for people that are rich because money is an amplifier, it's a magnifier. Look, how are you going to stimulate your business? I got some ideas for you. Let's go through them. Idea number one for you to become your own stimulus package is to become a better marketer, to become a better persuader, to become a better communicator. You see, marketing is everything and everything is marketing. My definition of marketing means to make known. You know, when you are parenting your kids, it's a form of marketing because you're transferring your beliefs, principles, and values into your kid's brain from your brain. And the better you get by practicing communication, by reading books, by watching good communicators, and by doing it and executing on it, you're going to become a better communicator. And then just marketing in general for your business. Most small business owners that are broke, they market like a mouse. They're really quiet. They only run ads. They only test marketing when their back's against the wall and they have no choice, right? And so there's this up and down, feast and famine life cycle to a small business, and they stay small, broke, and stuck for a really long time. You got to get noisier. You have to make a ruckus. You got to showcase your elephant like P.T. Barnum from the 1800s and get people to know that you exist and persuade them to give you the money in their pocket for the stuff that you have for sale because the profit you're going to make from it is good. The profit that you make from it is evidence that you have served someone else. A good friend of mine named Mike Dalkey has a phrase for dollars. He calls them certificates of good deeds. So my question is, how many certificates of good deeds are you going to collect in 2023? How many certificates of good deeds are you going to pile into your bank account because you have helped and served the people around you, the world around you? You are a producer, not just a consumer. consumer, market harder, market louder, market smarter, and go deep down the rabbit hole of how to do that. The second way to become your own stimulus package is to raise your prices. I don't know if you've noticed, but eggs cost like $462 an egg? Is that how much it is? No, it's not that much, but it's a lot. Prices are going crazy. The government's printing money. There's potential runaway inflation. Interest rates are going up. Oh no, I'm gonna panic. No, don't panic, but raise your prices. Do it now. Do it now. Don't do it tomorrow. Do it now. If you are scared to raise your prices, do it now and get it over with. You will get ran over like by a train if your prices aren't in alignment with reality and the rising costs of things. Look, the market will bear it. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. And don't just raise them a little bit. Raise them enough to cover you for the next few years and peel the Band-Aid off and get it over with. The next tip on how to become your own stimulus package is to leverage the internet or just pursue more leverage in general. You see, one of the reasons it's easier to get rich today than ever before is because the leverage is huge. And what do I mean by that? What I mean is if you are a local blacksmith in, Arkansas in the year 1812, there's limited ways to scale your company. If there's 392 people in your town and you're a blacksmith selling services, there's a ceiling on your upside. It's hard to scale. You can't get distribution of your stuff that's for sale outside of your small geographic location. That's not true right now. And you might have a local home service company, but did you know there's other things you can do to make money? Did you know that you could monetize your own expertise? Did you know that you could create a book? Did you know that you could create a product or a course or a workshop? Did you know that you can sell an e-commerce product on the internet and make money? I don't want you to get distracted from your core business, but you need to understand that the internet is leverage, which is why you can create wealth really fast. And we live in an age right now of decentralization. Knowledge has been decentralized from universities. That's why there's courses and workshops and coaches and consultants and all these things. And people are getting rich because of this, because it helps people. It helps people go faster. If you want to become the best cookie baker in the world, you can buy a cookie making course and it's going to be amazing. You get there faster with a better result. If you want to become, an Airbnb entrepreneur, you can buy a course from someone who's already done it. Learn it. It collapses time for you. They make profit and you get to make money faster, right? But you also have your own expertise. You are good at something. You have expertise and genius somewhere with something. Consider monetizing that. Create a digital product that you can leverage. You can create it once and sell it to 1,000 people. Sometimes I tell people digital products are like owning real estate that you can have unlimited tenants to. So you might have a real estate in real life, a house or piece of real estate, and you can have one tenant, or if it's a duplex, you can have 2 tenants. You make a course, you make something that can transform someone else's life, help deliver and sell a result to them that helps them go faster or makes it easier. If you can shortcut success for people, even if it's something weird, like how to be a better cookie decorator, you can crush it because it's like having a house that you can rent to 10,000 people. You build it once, but it's leverageable. And this is how you can change your family tree and make a lot more money than you ever thought possible, even if you didn't go to college. I didn't go to college. I didn't have the disadvantage of attending college. That's a better way to say it. Another way to become your own stimulus package for yourself to make more money is to improve your talent stack. Take an honest look at yourself. Where are the deficiencies? Where are your strengths? Everybody's kind of good at something and kind of struggles with something. I think the more talented someone is in a category of a thing, the more deficient they are in a different category. Have you ever noticed that? It's just something I kind of noticed. It's not really sciencey, but you can see it. Like Albert Einstein was this genius, but he could never remember where he parked his car. The valedictorian at my high school class is like a surgeon or something now, but he was voted class flake because he was a little bit like flighty and absent-minded. He was so good here, he wasn't as good here. Where are you really good? And where are your deficiencies? And rather than you working on everything you're bad at, what I want you to do is lean into and increase the stack of value where you're good at. So if you're naturally gifted at sales, what are you going to do to outwork everybody else to be even better? People like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, they already had an obscene natural ability and they stacked on top of it discipline, work ethic, and grit to be the best in the world. So assess what your talent stack is. Is it communication? Is it numbers? Is it thinking? Is it strategy? Is it leadership? Is it sales? What is it? And then how can you go even deeper to increase your knowledge and wisdom and expertise on those categories? Because when you level up your stack, you will level up your bank account. And last but not least, remember Atlas Shrugged. You ever heard of it? It's a book, famous book from a long time ago. They made some movies. Movies were kind of lower budget movies. And the idea between the movies was that they removed all the producers out of society. And of course, society collapsed. You can't love jobs and hate job creators. People like to despise the wealthy. And it's rooted in jealousy and envy. It's rooted in wanting what someone else has without being willing to suffer and sacrifice to go get it yourself. There's nothing wrong with having desires of big things. I think that's God-given and he puts those things inside of you. What's wrong is wanting big things without willing to sacrifice, suffer, and do the work to get it. That's what's wrong. And Atlas Shrugged is this interesting story about producers and consumers. And we live in a world right now where lots of people, more disproportionate amounts of people, are becoming consumers only. What that means is they're takers. It means that they're sucking at the teat of the government. You're searching for a stimulus video saying, how do I get money? How do I get money? You ever ask yourself, where does this money come from? It comes from producers building things, creating real value, creating real profits, so a portion of the tax goes into the thing. A tiny percentage of people pay the disproportionate amount of all the tax collected in the United States. And I'm not a fan of that. I think taxation is theft, and that's a whole different conversation. But my point is, are you really a producer? Are you the guy that's so baller, all in with your business and so good at what you do, and you work so hard that you create so much excess that you can actually cover some of the consumers too? Because the world needs more producers. You need to become a producer. You want your kids to become producers. I want you to become a producer. There's more in the gas tank than you could ever imagine. You're capable of more than you could possibly comprehend, and you got to believe that. Hey, if you're getting value out of this video, click subscribe, click like, share it with a friend, and maybe comment. Let me know where you're from, what you do, and what your takeaway was from these stimulating conversation points. And until next time, see you in the next video.